know with this next bit, we are walking straight into a crap storm.
Umbrellas are advised.
Yes, so please just hear me out because we're talking about Sports Illustrated and fat chicks.
We're about to sail into a shit typhoon, Randy, so we better haul in the jib before it gets covered with shit.
Okay, so first, before you get all mad about fat shaming, there'll be plenty of that down the line. That's not the main point here. Sports Illustrated had 3 covers. Ronda Rousey, some moderately cute blonde, I don't know her name, and then your big girl, Ashley Graham. Is that it?
I think so. Yeah, Ashley Graham.
Okay, now before we get into all of this is not about hating fat people, okay? This is a truth here, okay? This is not about big beauty. Sports Illustrated is simply using this as a new marketing gimmick to make fat girls feel good about themselves.
He's about to enter the shit tornado to Oz.
This has nothing to do with reflecting normal bodies, okay? Look at Ashley Graham. Any of you out there look like that? Right? Okay, she's a size 16. She says she's 5'9", size 16. Which, she's probably pushing it. She's probably more like 5'7", 5'8", size 18. Which, okay, first, is not normal. That is overweight. That is significantly... She's not like Tess Holiday. She doesn't have an orbit, but she's relatively large. And by the way, we include average. To give you an example, I have a great family doctor. Before we get into this, okay, average is a number that's just thrown about. Oh, so average is size 14. That includes the entire population, including the morbidly obese people who are unhealthy and have diabetes and health conditions. For example, when I was going through some tests with my doctor, I said, well, what's the normal range? We were testing my thyroid. Turns out I've talked about this. I've had an issue with it. He goes, well, it depends. Here's the range that was acceptable by doctors for a long time, but that also includes people in the general population with hypothyroidism and diabetes. He goes, you remove those people and include only the healthy population, that range diminishes greatly. So let's be clear about that when we're talking about average.
Sometimes it's a lot better to watch a shit tree grow than to try to shake the shit fruit out of it.
Real quick, I want to tell you about our sponsorship this week, Audible.com. Go to audible.com/Crowder. And you can try it for free. You can actually listen to any audiobook, which is actually great for us. We're doing show prep, we're reading news, we don't have time to read a book, but we can actually listen to a book while we're reading news. It's been great for us, particularly if you're interested in the topic and you really want to learn and you have your headphones on. I recommend a few books. I actually recommend Big Love, Sex and Relationship Guide for people of size and those who love them. And by that, I mean I actually recommend Brad Thor's recent short story, The Athens Solution.
Hi, it's Brad Thor. I hope.
Yeah, that's the one. The other one was, I mean, pick it if you want. But the Brad Thor book, I highly recommend. He's a friend of the show. It's a short audio book. It's only about an hour, and it's a great story. Brad Thor's a good guy. Audible.com/Crowder. Please support the show. Go there and try it for free. What do you have to lose? Well, I'll tell you what you have to lose if you don't go there. Some IQ points, because you will get stupider for not reading or listening to people. Now, this woman is not showcasing her body for what it is. This is my issue with it. It's just another marketing gimmick to sell makeup, beauty products, fitness products, as we'll get to with this Graham on her Instagram account. The message here is be proud of your big is beautiful. So long as you have a skinny face, airbrushed, Photoshop, perfect teeth, skin, and hair. Then you can be beautiful. Well, if we're going to talk about representing all body types, why all of a sudden is it Tess Holiday and this girl and not, hey, you know what, here's actually a healthy young blonde girl with ruddy skin and small boobs. What about the girl with psoriasis who's perfectly healthy? What about the girl with acne and the hook nose?
What are your thoughts on the blue vein in the old boob?
The blue vein in the boob? Well, it's photoshopped out.
Oh.
It's photoshopped out.
Okay, that makes more sense now, because I would assume a woman of her size would have it.
So the message here is it's okay to be plus size, diabetic size even, so long as everything else is perfect. By the way, buy this stuff.
You know what a shit barometer is, Bob?
Huh?
Measures the shit pressure in the air. You can feel it. Listen, Bobs, hear that? Sounds of the whispering winds of shit.
Okay, and I've said this before. I know I'll get guff. I think Adele is cute. I think Adele is sexy, right? And I know people say, well, without makeup. Okay, so why am I being so harsh here? Listen, it's because these plus-size models are thrusting their body in front of men and demanding that you see it as beautiful. And if you don't, you are to be reprimanded. That's the problem. If a plus-size woman says, hey, I'm a great singer, right? And I go, oh, okay, I listen to them sing. The fatness has nothing to do with it. And I go, yeah, you know what, you're a great singer. If a plus-size woman, an extra plus-size woman comes to me and says, I'm beautiful and I have a great body. Okay, I'm going to look at your body and say, oh, disagree.
A moment for rebuttal.
I object, Your Honor.
Winds are coming.
The real problem is these plus-size models are charlatans. Okay, can you bring up, case in point, this Graham girl, her Instagram of her doing this exercise, right?
Oh, goodness.
So what is the point here? They go, health comes in all shapes and sizes. Look, I'm exercising really hard and I'm still this size. No, you're not. As a matter of fact, this exercise, we should have it up on screen. Her trainer should be given an award for Con Man of the Year, because this movement is a marvel. What she is doing here, I'm doing a complex. That's a bunch of movements to burn calories. No, there's a reason you're big. Probably because this is how you train. She's taking a single leg lunge, okay? Single leg lunge. Now, everyone watching, pause this video. Right now, just go do a lunge. Put your foot up on a chair, do a single leg lunge, okay? It's really easy. Barring someone who has a disability, anyone can do it. Now, it's so easy that the only real time people do it in the gym is when they add weight. Typically a barbell, dumbbells, ideally barbell, because you need a lot of weight to really make that difference. Again, pause this, go do a lunge. It's really easy, right? So, what this woman is doing is taking a movement, a gravity-based movement, the lunge requires gravity as resistance, and combining it with a cable crossover, an anti-gravity movement, a movement that has weight coming from a pulley system in the ceiling. So she has taken a gravity movement and an anti-gravity movement to fool herself as she does all kinds of physical motion while never ever encountering any resistance whatsoever. What she is doing here is more akin to the weightless space, the weightless machine at Space Camp. Did you ever go to Space Camp?
No.
Well,
I'm so jealous of the kids did. Thanks for bringing that up, though, Steven.
Here's the little known fact about Space Camp. Comes with a lot of ass kicking. So,
Well, I got those anyway, so I would have rather done it in a weightless space
they
suit.
put you in this machine that's like, you basically move and the leverage causes that momentum to go somewhere else. So, if I push here, it actually resists against it. That's the whole thing. Her movement is more akin to the anti-gravity machine at Space Camp than it is to any kind of actual exercise.
You idiots have loaded up a hair-trigger, double-barrel shit machine gun, and the barrel's pointed straight at your own heads.
It's a complex. No, it's a con job. That pulley is literally pulling her out of the lunge. So when you just did your single weight lunge there, even without any, and how easy it was, hers is easier than that. It's like when you were a kid in high school and you went to the pull down machine, you put on all this weight and you had your friends hold you down, you go, okay, let me go. And you let them slingshot you up. She's doing that. Now.
Or like when your parents neglect you in the doorway with one of those, as a toddler, with one of those little bouncy seats.
Yes.
Those are great. Those are great. Yeah. Exercise.
And they rescue a dog. The kids all get along and it mauls your face and they have to surgically reattach it. And
But you're bouncing and having a great time, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh, Roscoe, we shouldn't have rescued you. I didn't know you were a bait dog. So, the point is, she is doing less than you will do right now when you pause this video. She is doing less than that and claiming that she's exercising really hard, but this is just how big she is. And she's going to sell the celebrity, Curvy Fit Club. She's going to start selling DVDs, and you'll have women out there who are overweight who will do this useless training, never lose weight, and say, I'm fit and I'm healthy because I move a lot. No, you're not. You're lying to yourself. My problem here is, listen, if you want to be big, that's fine. But just admit it. Don't find ways to trick people so you can sell things.
The abyss. The shit abyss.
Just as an example, guarantee you Graham stops this BS. Separates the two motions, okay? Lunge with a barbell. Now the lunge has not only body weight resistance, you may even just need body weight, but let's say add a barbell. You have lunge, body weight resistance, separate it, stop that, then go do cable crossover. Or if your trainer actually knows anything about anything, do some pull-ups. For you, it'll take a while to get to one pull-up, okay? Do some pull-downs. The point is, do an actual complex of compound movements that would involve major muscle groups and then do basic cardio or conditioning. It's not reinventing the wheel. Guarantee you. As a matter of fact, I would put up $100,000 right now to any overweight people out there who say, I've done everything, and this is the way I am. Guarantee you if you do that, okay, and you can monitor it, you will lose weight. Guarantee you Graham would lose weight, but she can't do that. Why? Because then she's out of a job. No one wants a pretty attractive, kind of slightly overweight model. They want the really big plus-size model who's famous for being plus-size but happens to have the proportions of a skinny face, no blue vein in their boob, perfect teeth, perfect skin, so they can sell makeup and curve fit clubs.
Does the DVD, I gotta ask, does the DVD come with the 20 pounds of premium makeup and professional Photoshop artist, or is that separate? Is it one of those things like if you order now in the next 5 minutes,
you have to purchase that? It comes complimentary with the Gravitron weightless machine.
Well, that was brilliant marketing right there. That's good.
She would have more resistance squatting in a pool. This is the point. This is the slippery slope, right? Most guys would prefer a different model. She's not a bad-looking woman. That's not the point here. Sports Illustrated will brag about how they have 73 million subscribers, which, by the way, is BS for this issue. They buy up each other's magazines. It's a little-known secret. Anyone who's worked in the publishing industry knows that they constantly inflate their numbers. Anyway, they will say 73 million subscribers. Right. Now, if you were to ask, what they won't tell you is how many of these 73 million men who buy this copy, you say, okay, which one is your favorite cover, will choose Miss Size 16. They'll never release those numbers. My problem here is not with big women. My problem is not with skinny women. My problem is not with attractive or unattractive women. My problem is with women who throw market responses to the wind, the free market to the wind, thrust themselves in the spotlight and demand that you call them beautiful and say that it's hateful to say otherwise. So you have the slippery slope. You have social justice warriors now saying, well, this isn't enough. Why don't we have the woman at soccer practice? Here's the deal. Models don't need to represent an accurate intersection of the populace. I don't expect to be on the cover of anything. Of course not. And we don't expect models to give us the next cure for cancer. We want you to look good half naked. That's your job. That's your job. Now, if you come in half naked and a lot of people say, put the clothes back on, you've done your job poorly. You should be fired. You're bad at your job.
It's gone one step too far. We're in the eye of a hurricane here, Julian. Ricky is a low shit sister.
And these fat models are liars. They're just as they claim that they want to help women with their body image. They lie just as bad as any other model. They lie about their skin. They Photoshop their cellulite. They Photoshop their hair. They change their pigment to appear generically ethnic so they can claim diversity but not intimidate white people. And they do this to sell you more crap. It's a marketing angle. And what bothers me is that fat chicks and their white knight social justice warrior boyfriends have bought it and they're trying to appease them. But here's the problem. If you call them out on their... By the way, a woman now is the same size of the average men from the 1960s. You can't account for that by drinking their Ovaltine, okay? That's a significant change. Diabetes, this is the first generation who's not expected to live as long as their parents. They're not expected to live as long as a generation before them. This is the first generation that's happened. It's because of chronic diseases that are largely preventable. Heart disease, diabetes, all those kind of things. And listen, health comes in all shapes and sizes. There are outliers. As a general rule, no. As a general rule, that's not true. As a general rule, health comes in a pretty defined range of shapes and sizes. So it's the lying that bothers me. And it's the lying to sell curvy fitness tapes and fake asses on People magazine and telling everyone that they're healthy when they're really not. And if you call them out on their lies, well, you just opened Pandora's box because, by golly, that's hate speech.
You just opened Pandora's shit box, Ray.